Nick Kyrgios slams Alexander Zverev comparison after Rafael Nadal Indian Wells outburst. Nick Kyrgios has slammed comparisons between his Indian Wells outburst and Alexander Zverev's Mexico Open disqualification. The 26-year-old threw his racket in frustration after losing a close three-set battle to Rafael Nadal in the quarter-final on Thursday, narrowly missing a ball boy. Zverev, meanwhile, was withdrawn from the Acapulco event last month when he purposely smashed the umpire's chair with his racket following a doubles loss. The current world number 132 had served for the first set and was 2 points away before he was broken and ended up losing the tiebreak on a point penalty. At the conclusion of the match, he threw his racket in frustration following his handshake with Nadal and narrowly missed hitting a ball kid, who moved out the way to avoid being struck. The recent Australian Open men's doubles champion was apologetic after he later watched the footage and realized what happened, issuing an apology and reaching out to the ball boy directly, meeting him the following day to apologize and give him one of his rackets. Some have pointed out that players like Kyrgios would be less inclined to throw rackets if Alexander Zverev was properly punished for his recent outburst in Acapulco. The world number 3 smashed the umpire's chair with his racket after losing his doubles match alongside Marcelo Melu, claiming there had been an unfair call in the first 10 match tiebreak. He was immediately withdrawn from the singles event, where he was the defending champion, fined and asked to cover his costs. The ATP conducted a separate investigation and found him guilty of a major offense, slapping Zverev with a further fine and a suspended 8-week ban that will only come into effect if he is penalized for a similar incident in the next year. But Kyrgios has hit back at comparisons and taken a dig at the German for his deliberate misconduct. Replying to a tweet from journalist Ben Rothenberg making a point of Zverev's lenient punishment, the Aussie wrote, "Yeah, accidents aren't in the same category as threatening an umpire." Explaining the reparations head made, the former world number 13 continued, "Also tracking down the ball kid this morning was really pleasant and we had a good chat and he really appreciated the racket. Seemed like the best day of his life. Maybe start covering the whole story." When Rothenberg agreed his outburst wasn't in the same category as Zverev's and warned the Aussie to be careful, Kyrgios doubled down on his point that his action was unintentional. 100% was not my intention at all, you know that. Hence I went to the effort of going back to the courts today and personally meeting the young king, he added. Kyrgios will next compete in the Miami Open after receiving a wild card to the main draw. His ranking is set to rise to just outside of the top 100 after his Indian Wells run.